So let us simplify the square root of 2028. Alright. I'm not going to take the time to actually list all my perfect squares this time. Okay? But let's go ahead and let's try to simplify the square root of 2028. So what perfect square can I factor out of 2028? Well, first I'm going to try 4. Okay, so can I factor out of 4? Yes, I can. So it's going to be 4 times 507 that make 2028. Okay. Now I look at the number 507. Can I factor another perfect square out of 507? Seems like it's going to be difficult. It's not actually that easy, but you can do it. So we take 507, we divide it by 4. No, we get a decimal, so that's not going to work. Take 507, divide it by 9. Still another decimal. 507 divided by 16. Another decimal. 507 divided by 25. Still a decimal. 507 divided by 36. Another decimal yet. 507, well, let's try 49. No, I get a decimal. Okay, 507, maybe 64? No. What about 81? No. 100? No. What about 11 squared? 11 squared is 121. Will that divide? Let's take 507 and divide it by 121. No, that doesn't work. Let's see. 507 divided by 144. That's 12 squared, by the way. No, that's not going to work. 507 divided by... there it is. So 13 squared is 169, and I can actually divide 507 by 169. So 169 times 3 makes 507. So I can factor 507 into 169 times 3. Okay? Now I just have to take the square root of each of these numbers individually. The square root of each of these numbers, okay, so the square root of 4 is 2. The square root of 169, that's 13. The square root of 3 is just going to remain as the square root of 3. It's irrational. Remultiplying the numbers out front, I get 26 square roots of 3. This was not an easy problem, okay? Well, you might say, well, we could just go with the largest perfect square we could factor out of 2028. Well, that would be nice, you know. So 2028, but of course the largest perfect square that we can factor out of 2028 would be 676, okay? So 676 times 3, that's 2028. Maybe you can think of that off the top of your head. I certainly can't. 26 squared is 676, and there's no way we really would want to go that high. So even though this is faster, the way we're doing it on the right, it's not very practical unless you have all your squares, perfect squares, memorized very well. Some people can do that. I'm not going to, if you can, that's great. I only really have my perfect squares memorized maybe up to 15. Okay. Most people don't memorize it past 12 or 13. The square root of 676, though, is 26, and of course the square root of 3 would just remain there, and we have our final answer. So that is, again, that's the fastest way, but it's not really that easy. It's hard to get that way. So you're likely to do this how I have on the left there, with it broken up as 4 first, and then just trying different numbers until we finally factor out 169 out of 507.